in this next problem, we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns, and everything's in standard form already, but I really want a 1 in the top left corner. So I'm going to interchange the first 2 rows as I write this in my matrix. So the top row is going to contain the 1, -2, 14, -1, and that top row is going to move down 2, -8, 54, -4, and the bottom row is going to stay 1, -3, 19, -3. So goal number 1 was get the 1 in the top left corner. Now we want to get zeros beneath it where the 2 and the 1 are, which means I need to cancel out the 2 and the 1. I cancel out the 2 with a -2. So I go -2 times row 1 plus the row 2 becomes the new row 2, which I want to change out. Notice I'm taking a multiple of row 1 because that's where that 1 is that I'm keeping. Now I want to cancel out this 1 on the bottom left with a -1. So I'm going to say negative row 1 plus row 3 will become the new row 3. Okay, let's apply these operations. Row 1 is only going to get changed mentally. It's actually going to stay 1, -2, 14, -1. And now we're going to change these other 2 as per these directions we've written there at the right. We know we're going to get zeros beneath that 1, so let's just write those in now and focus on the other things. So let's start with this -2 times row 1. -2 times the -2 in that position is 4, plus the -8 beneath it makes -4. -2 times 14 is -28, plus 54 gives us 26. We then have -2 times 1, that's +2, minus 4, making -2. We now move down to this bottom row, negative row 1 plus row 3. So negative of the -2, that's 2, plus the -3 makes -1. Negative of the 14 plus the 19 makes 5. Negative of the -1, that's +1, plus a -3 makes -2. Okay, now we need to get a 1 where that -4 is. Well, I could divide through by -4, multiplying through by -1/4, or I've got a 1 down here. I can just interchange rows and change signs at the same time. So negative row 3, I'm going to interchange with row 2. Let me slide that up a little bit. Here we go. The top row is going to stay 1, -2, 14, -1. The third row will become the second row with the signs changed. So 0, 1, -5, and 2. And the second row is just going to move down 0, -4, 26, -2. Okay, now that I have the 1 where I want it in the second row, second column, I need to get zeros above and below it. To cancel out this -2, I need a +2. So 2 row 2's plus row 1 becomes the new row 1. And to cancel out this -4, I need a +4. So 4 row 2's plus row 3 becomes the new row 3. Stop and stare at that a moment because you really need to understand what is going on here so that you can do that on your own. Now the whole goal is so that now the first 2 columns are 1, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0. We know that row 2 is not going to change, so I'm going to rewrite the -5, 2 in those 2 positions. And now let's go and find those remaining 4 numbers. Let's start with 2 row 2's plus row 1. 2 times -5, that's -10, plus 14 makes 4. 2 times this 2 is 4, plus this -1 makes 3. We now need to go 4 of the row 2's, so 4 times -5, that's -20, plus 26 makes 6. And 4 times this 2 is 8, minus 2 makes 6 again. Okay, we now look at where we're at. We want to get a 1 where this 6 is. Well, to create a 1, I'll multiply by the reciprocal of the number in that position. So 1/6 row 3 will become the new row 3. So let's redraw this matrix. The first row stays 1, 0, 4, 3. Second row stays 0, 1, -5, 2. And the third row becomes 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, we've got our diagonal of 1s. Now we finally want to get zeros above that 1 in the third column. To cancel out that 4, I need a -4. So -4 row 3s plus row 1 will become the new row 1. And to cancel out that -5, I need a +5. So +5 row 3s plus row 2 becomes the new row 2. After we have done this operation, we will have the first 3 columns as we want them: 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 1, and we just need to worry about this third column. And we know that the third row is not going to change, so in the bottom right corner we're going to have a 1. We just need to find these 2 missing positions. So to change out row 1, we're going to go -4 times row 3. -4 times this 1 is -4, plus the 3 at the top there makes -1. Then we're going to take 5 row 3s. 5 times this 1 plus that 2 makes 7. And we're done. We can just write our solution set here as -1, 7, 1, and be done. And if you want to go back up and check that it actually works, go for it.